Hello my loves, this is Natalia on the 17th of August 2020 with your weekly angel messages on this kind of gloomy grey looking day. But you know what, when the angels are in the house and we've got our angel messages for the week, it's always happy. It's always a happy place to be, isn't it? And it's going to be even happier when some of you join me and we can have a little chat. So I've got, as always, something up my sleeve for you to choose from, something really beautiful. So we have my Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty cards. We've got 1, 2 and 3. We've also got something from this really amazing, delightful book where I've chosen 3 messages and affirmations. So I'm going to read from the book for you. And this book is called When I Loved Myself Enough by Kim Macmillan. And I love this book so much. I'm going to tell you all about why it's so special in a few minutes after we've done the angel messages for the week. And after I've said good morning to everyone. And we've got a new moon this week. We've got a new moon. It's on the 18th/19th of August, depending on where you are in the world. So who do we have with us? It's the new moon in Leo. So you know, Leo is all about our confidence. It's about our sense of being the sovereign in our lives. And so start making some wishes, start setting those intentions for your sovereignty, for what you deserve. What do you deserve right now? Really feel into it, breathe into it, think about it. So let's first of all send a lot of love to Julie Burnside, who's been really ill and in a lot of pain, and I'm so sorry to hear that, my darling. Sending you ever so much love. I want to send some love to Jennifer Waters as well, because her poor little dog is very, very poorly. So if we could all send our love and healing for those 2 ladies in particular, that would be wonderful. So send some hearts and love their way. So good morning to Jane McGuinness, good morning to Vicky Ray, good evening to Christiane Cotterill, hello there Bernadine Turley, you're watching me, it's so good to have you with me, it's so good to have all of you with me, let me just point that out to you right here, right now. Sarah Hyatt, good morning, good evening Nicole South, you are a lovely lady too. Very early good morning to Nancy Zimmerman, good morning to Louise Atkins, hello Helen Early, Anthony Costa, love and light to you from the UK to you all the way over there in Portugal. Laura Holman, good morning, Vladimir Cole, good morning, hello Susan Joyce, you're not a million miles away from me, are you? Hi there, hello Lucy Buxton, hello Laurie Jane, good morning to you. Jill Scales, a big good morning, a big wave to you. Angela Davis, Marianne, how are you doing? Got Morgan to you, my lovely. And Sarah Bolchin. Oh, sending good vibes, everyone. That's beautiful. Oh, of course, we send lots of good vibes your way, Julie. We always do. We're sending good vibes to everybody who's here, everybody who's watching us, whether it's live or replay, doesn't matter. We all send our love. Oh, and you know what? Everybody here is so powerful. They just have such an amazing energy. So you can bet your bottom dollar you're going to feel better. Everyone who's getting the good vibes. Kim Jones, good morning. Anja, hello. And Sandra is here as well. You aren't fast, Susan. It's amazing. We're so connected, but we're all connected, aren't we? So the interactive messages are coming from the Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty. And for those of you who are just joining, we've got a little red book, and it's called When I Loved Myself Enough. So we're going to draw 1, 2 or 3, or a coloured card, a pale green, a pink, or like a turquoisey blue colour. There. Kim Jones, good morning. Leslie Ann Townley, good morning. And Lynn Hardy, hi. Thanks for the wave. Nancy, this is such a place of positive energy and you make it like that. Good morning to Kerry White. Speaking of positivity, Kerry's in the house. Good morning, Kerry. Okay, so you know what happens when we have a new moon. New moon in Leo. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we are having an extra card. So we're going to have 1 card for the new moon at the beginning of the week. So come on, angels, do us proud with your Beautiful messages for the new moon in Leo. Oh, that's upside down. We don't read reverse cards in the house. I don't read reversals with the angel cards but they're all upside down. It's because I'm holding the deck upside down, silly me. So that's the middle of the week. And then it's because I'm all trying to read you messages, trying to think about what I'm going to say, which is always a real testing thing for me. And then I'm trying to shuffle cards and send my energy into the cards. And I'm kind of losing the ability to do all three. Oh my word. Okay. Anyway, I forgot to say, how was your weekend? Did you have a lovely weekend? I had the best weekend. I had such a lovely time on Saturday. Taking my mind off the fact that my daughter has left me yet again and she's gone off to France. So she'll be quarantining when she gets back, making her stay in her bedroom for 2 weeks. Because I don't want to be stuck in the house for 2 weeks. So we read the rules about the quarantining situation. So I'm allowed to leave the house and go about my business as long as she keeps away from me. So she's going to be, when she comes back home, she's going to be in lockdown, poor thing. But anyway, she's in the French countryside enjoying herself at the moment. And I am finding ways to fill my empty space with joyfulness. So I'm doing pretty well so far, so it's all good. So, and by the way, anybody who has not watched Married at First Sight Australia, you need to, because it's so good. It's just so good. That is keeping my spirits high at the moment. So Diane Bell, Janine Smelt, don't apologise for being late, lovely. You're always welcome. Joy Cook, and I think that's it. Right, let's go. Let's go. So this is the message for the new moon. Oh my gosh, Nancy, spending some time at the lake. That sounds amazing. So the new moon in Leo is all about our exuberance, it's our optimism, it's our belief in ourselves, it's creativity, it's just having fun. Okay, so actually, you know what? This is really interesting because the message is don't overdo it with the whole, being too optimistic with money. So don't spend too much. But then equally don't hold yourself back and be a hermit. That's what the angels are saying. So find ways to get yourself out and about and have fun without spending tons of money. But equally, if money's a bit tight at the moment, and I know, in the world, there's a lot of crazy things going on, isn't there? And some people are worried, or even if, everything's fine for you, you might be thinking, well, I don't want to be too flashy with the cash. I don't want to stretch myself too far just in case. So the angels are saying to you, there's no need to be miserly, and you can still have a lot of fun and still feel safe and grounded without being so, over the top spending and going, if I'm feeling a bit fed up, I'll just go out and spend a load of money, because sometimes we can do that, can't we? So indulge in watching your favourite TV shows. Like Nicole says, The Masked Singer USA, that's another favourite of mine. I love watching that one. And so it's this very much thinking about ways in which you can be nimble, you can be joyful, you can be upbeat and do lots of fun things without spending loads of money and putting yourself in a precarious position. But then don't be a hermit. That's what this is saying. Don't hold yourself down, hold yourself back. I meant to show it to you, but my daughter, bless her heart, so this is very new moon in Leo, what she did for me, is she left me a list of things to do. So she just put on it, have fun, go on some dates, meet up, ring some friends that you haven't spoken to in ages, meet up with them, do some baking. And she left me all this to-do list of love and light, and it was just so fun. And I've actually ticked off quite a few of the things on the list, which I'm very proud of myself. So, but that's the very new moon in Leo energy, that exuberance, that optimism, that I'm going to be taking charge of my life, and I'm not going to be hiding behind this tree stump. I'm not going to be holding myself back, okay? Paint the fence, Vladimira, because you'll feel so good. It's a meditative thing. My fence needs painting. That was on my list. Paint your fence, but it's raining all week. What can I do? What can I do when it's raining? You have to paint it when it's not raining here. So can't do it. Can't do it this week. She is such a sweetheart, Angela. I can't even tell you how amazing my daughter is. I'm truly blessed. Okay, so that's the message for the new moon. All things in moderation, but make sure you do all things. So then the middle of the week, so up till about Thursday, Friday, we have, fall in love. So while you're out and about and you're doing things, and you're forcing yourself out from the hermit mode, you're going, there are lots of things that I can do to bring joy into my life and to bring stability in my life without spending tons of money. Then you may find that you actually feel so filled up with love. So this is the love card. Now some of us may be falling in love this week. Some of us may be meeting a soulmate. Some of us may be feeling love flowing in our direction, or we may be sending love out to somebody else. So this could be one-on-one. This could be divinely guided partnership, or you could just be inspired to say to yourself, do you know what? Hang on, hold the front page for one moment. I actually love my life just as it is. I'm feeling really fulfilled. This is a time of great spirituality. This is the time of maybe spiritual awakenings after the new moon, feeling like I'm on top of the world. My life is so good. Just in this moment, I can breathe in all of the love surrounding me. And there may be some romantic love coming in. Somebody may make some kind of grand gesture towards you, or you may be feeling like you want to say the L word to someone. This also indicates a new home or love in your home, pouring love into your home. And so, yes, Nancy, love is manifesting so many signs. And you know, actually, Leo new moon, I've forgotten. Leo is the 5th house in the zodiac wheel, and the 5th, because there's 12 houses, like spokes of the wheel, and they're called houses, little segments. And one of those is the 5th house, and that represents Leo, and the 5th house is romance. So we could be getting a little bit of romance on this week. Oh yeah. So, you know, get your flirt on, bat your eyelashes, and get out there, and you know, you could meet somebody very, very interesting, exciting. Oh, I'm all fluttery now. It's a bit dark in here. That's better, isn't it? Okay, who's saying what? Let's see. Lucy, I did you a 3-month reading in June, and the Ace of Water is the card you pulled for this week. Oh, I've got my fingers crossed for you, Lucy. I really have. Susan, you're excited but scared after being single for so long. Well, that's saying get out there. That's saying don't be a hermit anymore. Susan, get yourself out there. Do a bit of. You can practice. You can have a little flirt. You know, it's okay. Susan, you just joined eHarmony. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Now, I just have a little piece of advice before we go any further, because I had a month on internet dating recently. And I had an interesting experience, and I thought, oh gosh, you know, this person's really nice, and they turned out to be not so nice. So you get a few of those. In fact, you get a lot of those, but you have to persevere. So yeah, I don't want to say too much, but I'm going to see how this week goes, and then I may share. That's all I'm saying. Okay. But yeah, don't take it all too seriously, because there are you need to get to know people. Alright, so our final card represents the weekend. What are we up to? Oh, even more love and romance. So, you know, when the people come out in the general readings that we do, we have to take gender out of it. I know, I like to be have a veil of mystery around me. So the King of Water is it can be male or female in a general reading, so we'll take the fact that it's a king out of it. But the King of Water represents somebody who's very loving and very trustworthy. So this could be somebody coming in, you know, they could have come in already earlier on in the week, and by the weekend they're there for you, they're opening their heart, they come with a heart that's full of love, and they're very trustworthy, and they want to share it with you. They're quite cultured, They're a really good listener, the King of Water, so this can be male or female. Depending on what your preferences are, you allocate this to male or female energy according to what you like in love. And they have a lot of respect for love, because the King of Water represents love. He's there with the loving cup. He's he has a lot of integrity, and as I said, he has an open heart, and he places it on his sleeve for you to see. So he's like, look, I'm coming here with these really good intentions. I don't have all this baggage. I'm not going to play all these weird games with you that people seem to play. It's a very, very odd thing. I find it mystifying, and I also find it intriguing. You know, like I do like to people watch and examine their behaviour. But this could be love deepening, absolutely, Angela. Now, Linda, you make a really good point. Hello, by the way. Linda says, what does this all mean for people who already have a romantic partner? Well, this, my love, is exciting because it's about your romantic partner showing you some love. So they might do some really romantic thing. You two might spend some time together, have a date night. You might have a really beautiful, cozy weekend. You might have heart-to-heart conversations about your goals and dreams, and they're really listening to you. They're really getting you. So thank you for asking that question. I was going to get onto that. I was just getting all excited about the singles. The single Pringles, but you know, this is a week for it's not a, you know, when the sun is in Leo, new moon's in Leo, this is not a time for us to hold back. This is a time for us to be loving, exuberant, creative, and you know, joyful about our lives, because that's the whole energy of Leo, and it's about romance, and it's about creating the opportunity for romance and then swimming in all of that love and all of that beautiful, watery, emotional energy. So thank you, angels, for giving us all of those treats this week. We look forward to receiving them, I'm sure. Now let us get on to Karen Williams. Good morning. Let's just have a quick hello to everybody. Shelley Barnes, good morning to you, beautiful lady too. Okay, I've caught up with everyone. All right. So first of all, we've got 1, 2, or 3 from the Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty cards of mine, and you can stick with 1, 2, or 3 for the little book message. So this is from When I Loved Myself Enough by Kim Macmillan, and we have the green affirmation card, that's the word I was looking for, the pink affirmation card, or the turquoise one. Okay, so we'll begin with these messages first. So strong 1 vibes today, Nicole. Okay, I'm gonna go for 3. So this is you growing, you planting your feet on the ground. You have spent a lot of time nurturing and nourishing yourself and getting into a really good place of well-being. So this is what I mean about this new moon in Leo energy. So make the very most of it, because midweek the sun is going to move into the sign of Virgo, where Virgo is more about kind of sticking at it kind of energy. So we're just going to be kind of plodding along a bit more. So the fun bit of the week is the first part of the week, first half of the week. So make the very most of this juicy Leo energy. Nourish yourself. Really pay attention to your own well-being, your own personal growth. What do you want to do? How do you want to enjoy yourself and have fun? Because the turkey's going to get, you know, it's going to end up on the Christmas dinner table, right? And that's the kind of sacrifices that we have to make in Virgo season, where we have to, it kind of gets dull and we have to get down to the work. So before that, let's eat, drink and be merry and have fun, okay? And because you're nearly there. So before we get into that kind of, we're going to have to pay more attention to my body, I'm going to have to be more sensible in Virgo season and get things done, make hay while the sun is still shining in the sign of Leo. So that's your message, number 1. Jerry West, good morning. And then number 2, so this is very much about, you know, this is your heart and it's being protected by angel wings. And so if some of you, you know, Susan, you talked about, I'm ready to join internet dating, went down the harmony. Now we have the number 10, because when we add 2 and 8 together, we get number 10. So you're ready to make a breakthrough. You're ready to peel back the layers and that your heart's out there. But take things slowly and really tune into your feelings, into your intuition. What's your intuition telling you? And you don't have to go around protecting your heart, because it's already protected with these angel wings. The angels have got you. But what they do want to say to you is, don't rush into anything. Take things very, very slowly, baby steps. Caution is needed. And tune into your feelings. What are your feelings telling you? Sometimes, our feelings can be decoys for things, but they're not this week for you. And something is coming to fullness, and you are going to have to peel back the layers. You've got maybe something protecting your heart. You've got a cage around your heart. It's time to lift that. You are already protected and guided and being kept safe. But don't rush anything this week. If there's something that you're passionate about, or someone that you're passionate about, don't dive in head first and just throw all caution to the wind. Gently and delicately edge yourself forward. It's inches, not miles this week for you. Baby steps, Susan. Yes, that's a really great message from your angels. Because this is the marathon. We want the long-term outcome, don't we? We don't just want to crash and burn, because it can be highly exciting, and then the crashes can be devastating. So we don't want that for you. So number 3. Oh, look, you got the lion. So this new moon in Leo is going to be very significant for you who chose number 3. And we've got the number 8. So it's about living your life to the fullest. It's about grabbing your power and running with it, particularly for the first 3 days of this week, because the sun is going to be moving into Virgo, as I said. And then we're all going to have to kind of get down to the noses to the grindstone. We're going to have to be very disciplined. It's an unglamorous time, but we can get a lot of things accomplished. So while our creativity is on high, while our the sun is out, the sun is the ruler of the sign of Leo. Get creative, get curious, create things. Get involved, get yourself out there, have fun, and do la 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 la. That's all I'll say. This will be a really fiery, passionate, really fun week for you, and make it so, particularly the first part of the week. Alright, so our second set of messages. Don't go anywhere, everybody. I've still got some messages for you. So I'm going to tell you about this lady in the book. So she's called Kim Macmillan, and her story is that she started to write all these, the year that she wrote this book, she wrote down all these things, and it said she died in September in 1996 at the age of 52, and this is why it's so particular. Oh, is it better? Is the sound better? Just tell me if the sound's any better. Give me a thumbs up or a like if the sound's better. Is it still buzzing? Okay, so she died at the age of 52, and she died very shortly after writing this book. She wasn't ill. She didn't know she was going to die. It was very sudden. I'm going to unplug the microphone, because hopefully that is better. All right. It's okay now. I've unplugged the microphone. It does do that. It's very strange. So she was 52 when she died, and I'm 52, and so that kind of always makes me feel like we have to, make the very most of our lives. And it's not morbid to say it, but we never know when our time is up. So we have to really get our teeth into life, and you've got to do it. Whatever you're afraid of, whatever you're holding back on, just really dig deep. Because the time is now. That's what this card is saying. The power of now, and there's nothing sad about passing. We've done our work, and the angels need us now. But it is about making the very most. We don't want to have any regrets, do we? So hopefully we've got tons of time left, but we've got to really make it count. So this book is just a collection of these beautiful, empowering thoughts. And they always begin with, when I loved myself enough. So your message today of celebration of this beautiful lady, Kim Macmillan, So if you chose the green one, your message from Kim Macmillan is, when I loved myself enough, I learned to meet my own needs and not call it selfish. So you know how we start a sentence with, I know it's selfish to do this, but I want to have a lie-in on Sunday. Or I know, does this sound selfish if I say, oh, I didn't answer the phone to this person who just talks my ear off for an hour and I just didn't have the time or energy to talk to them, and I know it's selfish. And we do that, don't we? Oh, I know it's selfish. I learned to meet my own needs and not call it selfish. Now, obviously, if you're putting yourself first every single time in front of everybody else and you are being, you know, completely dismissive of others, that's, you know, there are extremes of everything. But I don't think that you are, because you wouldn't be here if you were. And I don't think we do this enough, my loves. And this is a message that I think all of these messages will resonate with all of us. But it is time for us to meet our own needs and not call ourselves selfish. So when we love ourselves enough, we can do that. And your affirmation is, I am my own best friend. And you know, it is really about being your own best friend, because when you say no, when you do things for yourself, you don't call it selfish. You don't label it. You just go, I just need to do this. I don't have to explain it because I'm my own best friend. And you know what a best friend is? A best friend is somebody who has you back and thinks you're amazing and is your biggest cheerleader and goes, yeah, do that. Have that lie-in. Eat that piece of cake. Go take some time off on your own. Go to the cinema by yourself, or whatever it is that you need to do. Because your own best friend is rooting for you and saying, yes, do that. You need it. Okay, so that's your message, number one. If you chose the pink card, number two, this is a long one, so let's have a look. When I loved myself enough, I began to feel a community within. This inner team with diverse talents and idiosyncrasies is my strength and my potential. We hold team meetings. I love this one. I absolutely love it. Because it's that, you know, within you, you're not just one person. You're not just, you know, whoever your name is and your age and your gender and your job title. That's not you. You're full of all of these worldly talents, these spiritual talents, these amazing facets. You know, you're like a jewel with multifaceted. And so you have this community inside of yourself. And that is your strength and also your potential. And have team meetings with them. It's amazing. So your affirmation is, I never give up on what I know in my heart is right for me. I never give up on what I know in my heart is right for me. All right. So I'm just going to read something that Susan's written. Your mum was fit and active. And oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is so sad, Susan, and bless you and bless your mum. And Nicole, you're planning a 2,000-kilometre road trip, and you're doing it solo. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of that book Wild. You know, the film with Reese Witherspoon. I know she walked it, but you know, it's just brilliant doing things like that. So well done you. I'm rooting for you. Can't wait to see your progress on that. So the last message, number 3. When I love myself enough, I learn to stop what I'm doing, if even for a moment, and comfort the part of me that is scared. Okay, so you know how throughout the day we have these thoughts, these feelings, these fears. And then we just scooch through and we're just like, nope, not thinking about that. Or you beat yourself up and you go, oh, stop it. So whatever it is that you're doing right now that you feel scared about it, or you feel scared about, you know, life in general, it's big, scary. There's lots of things. You know, my daughter was going away again to France, and then she's going to university when she gets back. And there's a part of me that's scared, oh, I'm going to be on my own again because she's going to be away at uni for another year, and I know she'll come back, but then she's going to leave home for good then. And there's that part of me that's scared, and sometimes it will hijack me for no apparent reason during the day, and I'll start thinking about it. And you have to go and send some love to that scared part of you, that inner child that's afraid. And you have to do it. And you have to go and talk to somebody and say, this is how I feel about this. And just allow yourself to be afraid, because life can be scary. But your affirmation is also the reminder, my life is an exciting adventure. So your life is an exciting adventure. And you know, when you are afraid and you're thinking, I don't know what's next for me, there's this empty space that has opened up in my life. Well, just remember that your life is an exciting adventure, and the universe hates a vacuum and is going to fill it with something really exciting for you, and you just have no idea what's coming next, and it's just going to be so fabulous. So get excited and comfort the part of you that's scared at times. And yeah, so those are our messages, and beautiful messages, aren't they? I didn't put the pink card on there. Let me just grab that. So yeah, if anybody's interested in this little book, I've taken this off because I dropped water on it. When I Loved Myself Enough by Kim Macmillan, and her daughter Alison actually got the book published posthumously. So it's a really lovely book, and I've had that for say about 5 years. It's brilliant, and it's been very helpful. You know, on those days when you're just like, I need a little bit of something to keep me going. So anyway, that is the book, and here is the link for any of you who would be interested in the Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty cards. If you are you'd like any of my guided meditations, my online workshops, or a personal reading with me, if you're at a crossroads in your life, or you want questions answering, you want some guidance from the angels, it's all in there. So have a little browse through. And all that remains for me to say is, have a wonderful day, have an absolutely amazing new moon. Make sure you do lots of wish making, and promise me you'll have lots of fun this week, okay? So take care, my loves, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye for now.